This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids.
What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus, and it's been a while since I've did one of these, but I've been in the mood lately, and something happened today that I decided, you know what, maybe I need to start getting back to doing these videos because they were kind of therapy for me. There were other things that I was kind of using for therapy, but these have always been something that I have kind of cherished because sometimes you just need to like sit and talk out your problems yourself. In particular for me, it works best, but that's another video. I'll get into the deep details of that later, probably. Because I feel like I need to do a series of these because I haven't been in the best of moods. I think you guys have heard me talk about this before in my videos, talking about why I haven't been as consistent as I used to be when it came to doing YouTube and other things. Yeah. Just mentally dealing with a lot, especially since I was in the hospital last year. For those who remember, I spent 10 days in a hospital, and you know that kind of like deepened what I had already had. You know, some issues with self-esteem and depression before that, but that kind of just threw me into another headspace that I'm glad to say that I feel like I'm recovering from. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing these videos, but I feel like I need to start the commentary about life series back up so I can help progress myself better. Because as I've said plenty of times, this is my outlet. It's one of the reasons why I love doing content, because it's a great outlet for me. That being said, so let's talk about time. Time is something that, for me, is a very big thing. And I'm talking in particular about my time. One of the things that really gets me is having my time wasted, having my time taken for granted. And people who, you know, well, I won't say people who really know me, because to be quite honest, there's some things that I kind of don't share with people that I know, simply because sometimes they violate these things, and I feel like if I were to actually share it, it would dissolve into something worse than it probably should be, because I admit to myself that perhaps some of the things that I find annoying or very important may not rate that high with others. That being said, still feel like sometimes people just don't really have any respect for other people's time, and I get that all the time. I set dates, I set appointments. Like for me, like, okay, let's just break it down. For me, time is precious. It's a commodity that we cannot waste. The more time you waste, the less time you have to do things. You put yourself in a position to where you're back against the wall. Like, I will say this, for me, when it comes to sometimes with school, I'm horrible with time because I don't know, I feel like I work better in the crunch when it comes to school, but in most situations in my life, I don't want to be last minute. I don't want to. I'm that guy. I am that guy who doesn't like showing up late to places. Like, I literally, when it's a party, if you tell me it's 6 o'clock, I have to do everything within my will not to show up at 6, because most people aren't going to show up at 6 on the dot. But me, I am that person who feel like you told me what time to come there, you want me there at that time, I'm going to be there because I respect that. And that's how I feel. If I have an appointment, I'm trying to be early. I always say when I go to work, being late for me is not being early. Like, I literally show up to work at least 15 minutes early every day. And if I don't, then it bothers me. Although I will say this, sometimes it bothers me less. If I'm at a job that I'm at my breaking point with, I kind of relax on that. But even then, it's hard for me to relax on that because it's still like, okay, I'm going to be late. That means I'm going to be on time. You know what I mean? So I respect time way too much, and I appreciate time way too much. So when I set aside time to do something, or I make plans to do something with people, and we agree upon a time or a date or whatever, when they don't show up on time, or when they don't show up at all, I feel really, really disrespected. Like, you don't have any respect for me as a person. Because again, time to me is precious. I don't play around with time. And some people, things don't seem to be as important to them as others. I understand that. But for me, if you want me to be somewhere and want me to do something, I'm going to respect your time, and I'm going to be there. And if I can't be there, I'm going to at least have the courtesy to come to you and let you know, hey, something came up. I'm really, really sorry. It's not that I don't want to be here. It's just that I have no choice. I'm not just going to no-show you. Especially if you're somebody who I care and respect. Even people who I don't care about, I would at least give them the courtesy of a fake excuse and not just not show up and just diss them. You know what I mean? Mind you, the lie is disrespectful enough. I acknowledge that, but I would rather let you know, hey, I can't be there. I'm not going to just ignore our plans or not acknowledge that it didn't exist and act like I forgot. That's even more disrespectful to me. It's worse when you do remember, yet you say nothing, yet you feel no need to apologize, because then I know, okay, you clearly don't take me serious at all, and you definitely don't take my time serious. So that hurts, and it really hurts because I have had people who I really, really care about do that, and me being me, I kind of try to glom over it, just try to ignore it. I won't say anything, which again, whole nother issue with me, because I feel like it would cause more problems, but at the same time, I probably should be more aggressive in that nature, and that way I could weed out people, because I don't know, maybe if I say something, people who actually truly do care will acknowledge it. But I know, like with a lot of things, when it comes with me, and I'll go into detail in another video again, when it comes to expressing certain feelings to people I care about, I have a fear, and so I kind of just let it slide, and that's not good. But it hurts to know that people don't respect my time, and I'm sure for a lot of you that's bothersome too, because bottom line, you should always respect the person and the time. It's just, you wouldn't want somebody to do that to you, and that's the thing that really kills me. It's like 9 times out of 10, a lot of people who do these things are the people who will be the first to want to get up in somebody's face and be upset and yell when their time is disrespected. It's like, you can't be upset if you're not willing to put in the same effort. That's why I always try to be as considerate as possible when it comes to people's time, because how can I sit here and do a video like this and then turn around and not respect other people in the same way? That's just the type of person I am. Generally, I do not complain about anything that I'm not willing to put the effort towards and not doing myself. You know what I mean? That's just how I've kind of always been, because it's not that I'm trying to avoid being a hypocrite. It's just that right is right and wrong is wrong. You know what I mean? That's just the way I view it. But alright, I got that off my chest. So anyway, as always, you guys feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later. It's your boy Black Vegas, and I'm out. Deuces.